Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? It's Michael. Yo, can you guys hear me? I can't tell if you can hear me or not. Leave me a comment right now if you can hear me. This is morning, yo. I'm just starting this off. Basically, I just want to talk to you guys in the morning. Look at this hair. Okay, if you know me, I've usually had short hair. So, are you digging this long hair look or no? Are you digging the long hair? Two questions. Can you hear me? And are you digging the long hair? That's my question. That's what I'm trying to work on here. Should I keep the fro? Of course, I'm gonna get it trimmed up a little bit. I'm gonna trim it up, but I'm wondering if I should keep the look because normally I can't. I didn't even know I could grow this much hair. It's crazy. I didn't even know. So basically, I'm putting you in my living room. Family's running around. It's morning time. I live in Los Angeles, so it's 9 a.m. over here, and we're gonna do this a lot. See how your day's going. You could reach out to me like this right here. Anya Scott, I can put your comment up there. What's up, Anya Scott? It says, hey Michael, yo. So Anya, you liking the hair? What's the deal? You like you like it long? Of course I'm gonna get it faded and stuff like that. But I'm thinking about keeping it. I'm thinking about keeping it. Look at this. We got Brian Drew. What's up, Brian Drew? Houston, H-Town. That's where I was born and raised. Houston. That's the way we roll. I'm gonna have my good friend, a comic. Also, comics are gonna be popping on this show as well. We're gonna have some big comics today. Nick Guerra. He's from Dallas, Texas, actually, and it's really cool because we came up together. We met years back ago. We both opened up for Joe Coy, and that's where we met. We've been friends ever since. Oh, getting some comments. Carla Martin, yo, with the fro. So, are you digging the fro? I'm digging it, man. I don't know, man. This is crazy. You hear my son in the background? Yeah, it's early. For anybody got kids that's watching, your kid just runs around. They'll take their underwear off and just run around for no reason. Like that's what's happening to me right now. My kid will just run around with no underwear. We'll dress him. He'll take off all his clothes and just run around with no underwear. That happen to any other parents out there? Like, how do you stop that? I don't even know. It's just weird. I mean, I don't know. What happened to the short hair? What happened to my short hair? Corona happened to the short hair. That's what happened. Can't get to a barber. That's what happened to the short hair. I don't know, man. Might be a new look. Yo with the fro. Look at that. Look at people. Alicia Wells loving the fro, the yo fro. This is my first edition of Morning Yo. It's just fun. And if you want to talk about something, just leave a comment. You know, if you want to talk about something, just leave a comment. It's going to be fun. Also, we're going to talk about some serious stuff. When Nick gets on here, I want to talk about some serious stuff. Like, it's crazy in this world. Of course, if you haven't heard my podcast, The Michael Yo Show, I talk about my experience with COVID, my whole experience, 8 days in the ICU. The link is right below. Subscribe to the podcast. Check it out if you can. Do you grow your hair? What? I don't even understand that question. Do you grow your hair? Anya Scott, what? Of course I grow. Who else grows my hair? Anya Scott? That's a crazy question. Do I grow my hair? I don't even understand what you're saying, Anya. I'm gonna stop going to your questions. Do I grow my hair? Of course I grow my hair, Anya Scott. Oh man, what's going in the world today? What's up, man? What's up? We can talk about something serious straight off the bat. Black dude in Georgia, man. Two people chased him in a car, shot him dead, dead. And then now they're saying it was self-defense. Just imagine, I don't care what color you are, just imagine a car chasing you. Two dudes jump out with guns, point them at you. Of course you're going to defend yourself. They chased you. And now they're trying to say it's self-defense. Man, get the out of here, man. Come on now. It's a damn shame. It's a damn shame. It's sad, man. We live in a world like that. It's sad that it's being promoted too, that racism is good. It's like, so on this show, you're going to hear a lot of stuff. I'm going to get a lot of stuff off my mind. Serious. This is where I'm going to dump it all. Email says code on it. Uh-oh. Hang on one second. The other guy's trying to come in. Hang on. Nick. Link. I got to send him the link. Sorry about that, people. I'm sending my guy a link. All right, we back. We back. My bad. We back. We back. 2 guys against 1 self-defense. I agree, Carla Martin. But bigger than that, they chased this dude down when he was just jogging with guns. And then he was just supposed to stand there and let them shoot him and not defend himself. Like, it's amazing that we live in a world that you could hunt somebody down with guns, and if they try to defend themselves, now you can say self-defense. It's crazy. Oh, there's my bunny. She don't want to be okay. You don't want to say hi? In a minute. My baby just walked in. Yeah, we're having oatmeal. She says hi. We're having oatmeal. Oh, there's my boy Nick Guerra. There's my boy Nick Guerra. Hey,
how you doing, brother?
Good. How about yourself?
I'm doing all right. It's the earliest that I've woken up, and
I know. I know. This is the first edition of Morning Yo, where we talk about everything that's going on, man. Try to make people smile, but we're also talking about stuff that's serious. Like, I started out with that dude that got shot in Georgia. 2 guys in a truck chased him down. And now they're saying it's self-defense. What's your take on that?
What's my take on it? Well, I mean, I get that they have to say that because no one's ever going to right off the bat say they're guilty. That's the problem with kind of our law system, man, because I was thinking about this. You know, the problem when these things happen, we take it in and our first thought is this is a hate crime. These people murdered this man. And police and the city can't say that at first. They have to take an investigation. And it's weird because, you know, the thing that sucks for us is that we're like, we see it on the video, but they're like, we have to do these steps because if we mess up on any single one of these steps, these people will get away for free. You know, they'll get off.
That is true. That is true. But it seemed like they were just chilling for 2 months. And now since the video leaked, now it's a big deal. Like these 2 guys.
It's been 2 months?
It's been 2 months. This didn't just happen.
Yeah.
These are guys who were running free for 2 months, and the video just broke. And now everybody's like, oh, this is wrong. But apparently one of the guys had ties to the cops.
Yep.
You know, and they just let them ride with it, man. It's crazy that people being hunted down. I just hate that
that means that I bet you somebody in the police department like was fed up and leaked it.
100%.
Yeah,
100%. I guarantee you somebody from the police department leaked it, because it's crazy that we live in a world. And if you're just tuning in, we're talking about the guy that got shot in Georgia, hunted down in a truck. But it's crazy to me how you could hunt somebody down. Like, you're jogging, 2 people chase you with a truck, jump out with guns, and then if you try to defend yourself and you have no weapon, then they can say it's self-defense.
Yeah, exactly.
They can put you in every situation to defend yourself. But if you do, you almost have to just let them shoot you and not defend yourself to have a true case.
Yeah, to have a true case. Yeah, man. I mean, you have to live to be able to argue, and that's always the problem with these things. That what kind of struck me as even more crazy about the whole situation is that they said the guy that filmed it was the neighbor of the 2 guys, right? Is that that almost gave them the confidence of doing it, you know?
Yeah, like, we're gonna get this on tape because this guy's in the wrong.
Yeah, you know,
and almost like this is our hero video.
Yeah,
we're gonna be heroes.
Yes, and I think that's what is the most disturbing. I mean, of course, the death is disturbing, but the confidence it takes to sit down with somebody, plan this, go out, and we are so sure that we're on the right side of this. We're gonna have somebody film it. And I personally, I was thinking this last night, and this is right now in 2020, and it sucks that this is happening, but this hopefully is the new Emmett Till moment that wakes up America to the last remnants of racism. That still exists.
I don't know about all that, because I just feel like when it starts from up top, we're getting comments in. If you got a comment, you want to jump in the conversation, I can put your comment right up, like Carla Martin, 2 guys against 1, self-defense. I think no. Love that.
Yeah.
I just feel like when this type of behavior is being promoted from the top of our country, you know, where
Yes.
they're protesters are protesting with Nazi signs and all different things, showing up with guns to places, and then they're very fine people, which
Yeah.
I believe not all of them are bad. I'm going to say that because not every one of them had Nazi signs. I'm sure there was some normal people
Yeah.
that got caught up in this. You know, like this is what I hate, and I think our country does right now that's so bad. Like, for instance, it's some people, it's not all people. And
Yeah.
once you say like, oh man, once someone's mad that makes a comment like, man, all white people are shooting black people. You know,
Yeah.
now that's where it gets.
That's where you lose the debate.
But if you go some people, which is like, I believe there were terrible people at that rally that had Nazi signs, believe in racism, showed up with guns. But then I believe there are some business people that just like, yo, I need to make some money for my family, no matter what the cost, because we're drowning over here.
Yeah.
You know?
It's the, I mean, I think we've heard it before, and I've said it, and you've probably said it. Not all Trump supporters are racist, but all racists are Trump supporters. And that's the thing, is that it's defining that line and then keeping your emotions back so that you don't just blame white people, because it's not all white people. There's a specific mental illness and hatred in people that do this, and there's a very tiny percentage of that people that take it to that extreme, which is what I said back in the day when Trump was running. I said he's shaking up the worst of our country. He's shaking up the people who don't know how to separate themselves from their emotions and are kind of the hornets of the United States. They're ready to sting. They're ready to fight.
Well, I think at the beginning it was just people that I feel that, oh, we never had a voice, now we have a voice.
Yeah.
And that was Trump. But then you're starting to learn that that voice now is become like the very thing that's dividing us.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, so I just feel like now it's way different where, you know, look, I had friends that voted for Trump. They were like, I'm a small business owner. He's going to do great for my business.
Yeah.
You know, and I get that. I get that, you know, but now today, after knowing what we know, if you think Trump really cares about you over himself, then there's nothing I can do for you.
Yeah.
There's nothing I can do for you. You know?
I think the thing that I wish people would realize about the presidency is that the president cannot change your life. He cannot fix up every problem in America. President in general, not just Trump. Just
no,
president.
any president.
But he is the demeanor that we carry with us. Like if you go back to Obama to even Bush, they were a little bit cooler and calmer. So it was a little bit cooler and calmer demeanor of the country. But when you get someone agitated and very narcissistic and very fighting and ready to bully people, well, that demeanor permeates into our own mental space in America. And that's what I felt with Trump, is that his demeanor has put us all on edge. I've been anxious his entire presidency.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, look, here's the thing. I have 2 kids now. My son's 3. I have a daughter that's 5 months old almost. And, you know, when I, of course, you see black men getting shot a lot, and they don't have weapons on them. And everybody, the first thing they go to is like, well, what'd they do? What'd they do in the past? Well, they're unarmed jogging. You know, that's what.
Yeah.
So I think about my son, even though he's mixed. I think about my daughter. You know, it's serious, man. And it's a thing that hopefully this country can overcome. But look, no matter what, racism will never go away totally. It just seems like it was hidden a lot more. And what the thing is,
the racist, like the San Diego man who wore the Klan hood, he felt confident in being able to go into a grocery store with a Klan. And that's the thing, is that they have gained their bravado to like, okay, now let's be public with it again.
They got swag now.
Yep.
They got swag. They got racism swag where it's like, yo, I can do this, you
Yeah.
know, and there's nothing nobody can do because the people that run the country are down with it too, even though they say they're not. Look,
Yeah.
I don't want to. This is indefinitely. This is the first morning, yo, and it's
right
and
off
it's
the
not
bat, bro, hardcore.
and it's not a political show at all. But
No.
this thing, after I saw the video, it f with me all day yesterday. My wife was even like, "What's wrong?" I go, "Man, this whole story is messed up."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just really messed up, the world we're living in
And
today.
you said something very pointed right there, is that you said this is not political, and you are right, because racism should not be in politics.
No, it shouldn't.
And that's, yeah, and so when you're saying it's not political, you're absolutely right, because this is not against Republicans. I tell people, I'm not against conservatives, the conservative ideas. I'm not against Republicans or Republican ideas. I never liked Trump, and I don't like the anger and hatred that he allows certain citizens to feel emboldened to carry, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm against.
So let's move along to other things, because I don't want to make this a political show. What do you think about my fro? You think I should keep it if I get it
I've
faded?
been looking at it, man.
Right? I honestly, Nick, I didn't even know I could grow this much hair, bro. It's like crazy.
Surprising.
I know.
You know what? It looks like, you remember in Joe Coy's special when he put on a fake fro, whatever? But you have it for real, man. You were like the stunt double that we need to stand in for Joe, and you're like, don't worry, got it.
Don't worry, I got this. So I'm thinking of just getting the side, kind of cleaning it up and seeing if I can roll with it. It definitely, I'm getting a lot of compliments. Look, if you're watching right now, let me know if you like the fro. Let me know if I should keep it or cut it. I think it I don't know. My wife says it makes me look younger. I don't know about that.
It does, man.
Does it really?
Yeah, man. Dude, first off, I haven't seen you with this type of hair ever. I think in the entire time I've known you.
I know.
It does make you look younger, bro. It really does. There's no gray. Dude, have you seen Puffy and Kevin with gray in their hair? And it immediately shows.
I have gray, but you can't. There's a little.
You can't really tell the same way, man.
There's a little gray.
Yeah.
Okay. People that are watching, hit me up. Just leave a comment, and I'll put your comment on the screen. Do you like my fro? Should I keep my fro? Now, your hair. Did you get a haircut? Not too. I mean, it doesn't look.
I got
crazy.
it like right before the lockdown. Like I got it at minute 1 of like, okay, we're shutting down.
Nicole Zerzanin, I think I'm saying that. She says keep it.
You know what?
She thinks I should keep it.
This is
That's
what
off my Facebook.
You need to get it nice and trim, get some good headshots, because you could be the new, what's the name of the doctor in Fantastic Four? Like you could play the new version with a great streak, Mr. Fantastic. There you go.
Carla Martin says keep the fro, yo. All right, Anya. Look, Anya is like, bro. Anytime they start a sentence with bro, it's not gonna come out well. It's like, bro, cut it off.
Yeah.
All right. I appreciate your comments. Shannon Siemens is like, I like it. Okay. Yeah. I don't think it's bad. My wife really likes it. You know who really likes it more than my wife? Her mom.
Oh, yeah?
Her mom. Hey, buddy. Hey. Come here. Say hi to the people on the screen.
No.
Huh? No? Okay.
Oh, he said no.
My son was like, nah.
No.
Good.
You gotta afford me.
I know. Camilla Thomas Brown says, keep fro, grow a goatee. No, I can't.
I can see the gray in the goatee. I can see the gray in the facial hair right there, bro.
Yeah. I was gonna shave. I just didn't have enough time to shave.
Yeah.
So what's going on with you in the quarantine? How you been dealing with it?
Man, I have been trying to put out more videos, been kind of just deep diving into my own thoughts and trying to stay funny, but also, letting everything out. I think the thing that a lot of artists and creatives are running into is that we feel like we need to do something in this quarantine and come out with a major something, whether it's, I finally finished my screenplay, I finally finished my book. But the hardest thing is to say, like, you know what? I wanted to do this and it didn't work out and I have to just let it go.
I think as an artist too, you want to perform it. I'm talking about stand up in any, like, it's hard when you're just creating, because to be gray is sexy. Oh, wait a minute, hold on, not cutting you off or anything, but look at
Yeah,
that,
oh,
gray is sexy. Camilla says gray is sexy. Okay,
there
but
you go.
I feel like, be honest, have you written any jokes during quarantine?
You know what, man? I just did one of those Zoom shows, right? And I wrote, I was surprised because I am a person that writes in anticipation of a performance. Like my
Yeah, me
brain
too.
starts, yeah. So at first I was like, I have nothing to say. And then the minute, like down to minute 7, while I was waiting to go on, I was like, oh, let me say this and say this. And I wrote all these little jokes out and it just kind of sparked it with me.
Yeah,
Uh,
my thing, you know me, you've been traveling with me a lot. Like, I don't come up with jokes until I'm on the stage. Like,
yeah,
I'll have concept. Now, don't get me wrong. After this whole COVID thing, like, I got tons of jokes about being at the hospital, almost dying. Now I can laugh about it,
yeah.
but it's so many little things you find out that happen that's hilarious. So, but I have tons of concepts, but it's almost like I can't perform them. So,
Yeah.
and I'm a type of performer like Dave Chappelle, never, like Darnell Rod said, and even Dave said, never wrote down a joke. You
Yeah.
just go up there and feel it out. I'm that same kind of way where I just go up there, feel it out, and then I make my beats. Like, I
Well,
don't even know if I remember my stuff. I had some notebooks that I was about to look over the other day, but I was like, until I can fully focus, because I'm still trying to get healthy,
yeah, of
until I
course.
can fully focus on it, I'm not going to jump and start writing or anything like that.
So, what was the first thing that that you found humorous about the situation? What was the first thing you're like, okay, that I didn't think was going to be funny of the whole, COVID-19?
One thing looking back, out of the whole hospital, because they had a rotation of nurses that would
Yeah.
take care of me, and I was there for 8 days, so I saw just about every nurse. And now that I think about it, there was only one Filipino nurse that helped me, so I thought I was going to die. Since it was only, I was like, how good is this hospital when only one Filipino nurse is there?
That's funny.
So that's something I thought. And literally, this happened, and this is no joke. And I'm writing it all down. But I was the first COVID case at this hospital.
Oh yeah.
I went to, and I'm not going to say the hospital because I'm writing jokes about them and different things, and I don't want to
Yeah,
get
yeah.
doctors in troubles and nurses. But they wheeled me into the first room because I couldn't breathe. When I was there, I was like, I was gasping for air. My wife had to call 911, the whole thing.
Yeah.
So I get to the hospital, they roll me into a room, and literally they close the door. Remember, they have no COVID cases there. I'm the first. A girl was in the hallway singing "My Corona," do 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 do, "My Corona," and
That
then the doctor. This happened. Like, I didn't see it because I was behind the door, but he goes, "No, no, no. You mean my corona? I mean my Sharona." You could tell he was pointing to my door, like, "Dude, there's a dude in there with corona." You know what I mean? But she just
funny.
running down the hallway,
Just jamming.
"My corona." It was crazy, dude. It was crazy. So how have you been trying to stay safe?
You know what, man? I've been doing the social distancing, not really going out. Maybe going to the grocery store when I'm absolutely down to, like, okay, I need to go. Not eating out and dude, I've always taken vitamins, so I think that helped. At least
Yeah.
a little bit. Masks, practicing the whole face mask thing. It's just like doing everything in preparation of. Now, I mean, there's certain things that I'm scared where I'm like, you know what I did the other day? I went to the store, grabbed some candy, and I was about to open it and dip my hands into it right outside the store. And I
Yeah.
was like, oh, wait, that's how it's going to get me. Snap.
Yeah. My snacks are gonna get me.
Yeah, man. I was like, I'm immediately going to put this in my mouth. That's how it gets you.
Carla Martin says I would have lost it. I think she's talking about like the when I was in the
Corona.
hospital. Yeah, the
Yeah,
corona. Yeah. So now with this social distancing, like it's so weird that now they're learning more and more and more about it. At first they told us not to wear a mask, and then now they're saying wear a mask. It's how long when do you think it's gonna, because we're all reopening. It's almost like this country's come to a point please leave a comment if you're watching. We'd love to use your comments. If you have any questions, any comments, whatever, leave it. But my thing is, I think our country has come to a point where a lot of people are like, yo, people are going to die, but I need to work and live to survive. So if I die, I die. And if I make it, I make it. I think we're to that point in this country.
Yeah, man. I mean, and a lot of that comes from we are addicted to overstimulation. We need to keep ourselves doing something. And it's something that I was talking to Leo Flowers about. I was like, we introduced a very unnatural thing to the human life when the 40-hour work week was first produced. And that was like back in the 1930s, you know? Henry T. Ford was the first person to ever say, we're going to do 40-hour weeks, which led to fast food chains, which led to microwave meals, which led to not home-cooked meals, which led to stress of success. And I think we're addicts, you know? The entire human population is addicts about trying to stay busy. I wish that people would have realized that if they would have from the beginning said, okay, they say lock it down, put on the mask, stay away. If we all had done that, I don't think it would have carried over into June, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
As we could. But that says more about our society just being antsy. Like, you know, I also
think, not to cut you off, I also think it's our society going, you can't tell me what to do. I'm an adult. You can't tell me what to do.
Which is true.
But it's true. But I also know, you know, look, people need to feed their families. And I do know that too. So look, it's a thing where I'm lucky. I still got a job. But it's that debate where people are just like, look, I don't think you should be protesting and making other people sick. I don't believe in that. Yeah. But I do feel that I do understand the side of, look, I gotta feed my family.
Dude,
you know what I mean?
I was thinking about this the other day. I was walking along my street, and, you know, I live near a few apartment complexes, and I was noticing that the parking on the street was a little bit more clearer. And in my mind, I was like, that may be because people who live in the complex that were taking care of family members on a down, when they're like, oh, you know what, I'm working, I'll help you out. They're now at this point where they're like, you got to leave, man. I have no money to help you out anymore. And there's that.
Jeff Hawks is watching on YouTube. He says exactly. I think he agrees with. It's a thing where, you know, you got to feed your family, and it's almost like a real war where when you leave your house, you could be bringing back something.
Yeah,
you know. So that's the way you got to look at it. And we have soldiers going out now. We're all soldiers. Just look, I went through the worst of it. You know, I went through 8 days in ICU, but I don't believe in protesting and spreading germs and getting other people sick if you're asymptomatic. But I do feel for the people that are like, yo, I got to feed my family, because I understand it. I got 2 kids, a wife. I could only imagine if I couldn't work. And I also feel that since, look, the people being affected the most are brown and black people. But those are the people working these essential jobs mostly. Yeah. That's why they're getting affected more.
Yeah, man.
You know, people are going, oh, well, it's because they don't take care of themselves. No, they're working at the grocery stores. They live in impoverished areas where, you know, maybe they don't have the best health because they're eating McDonald's every day, because you can get like a whole meal for the whole family for $4.99. You can't forget about the injustice.
Yeah. You're exhausted, and you know, I would say you're right about the mind state of the entire world, but mostly the country. Because last week was probably the most I saw on Facebook. People post, does anyone know anybody who actually got infected? Does anybody, like, I kept seeing that.
I saw people on the news going, it's all a scam. COVID's not real. And I'm like, but see, to me, those people, there's nothing you can do. I don't even like I see people go back and like, what's funny to me is I see people go back and forth with these people, you know, like the people that think it's a scam and people are not dying and things. There's nothing, you got to think about it. That's a waste of energy. There's nothing you can do to convince those people that it's real. So why even waste your energy?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're right.
That's why I love blocking people. You know,
But
I just if you're bringing me negative energy, and then you'll be like, oh well, you don't want to hear the truth. It's like, nah, I just don't want your negative energy. And
yeah,
it's
no,
my
you're
page,
right.
and you're on my page, so I'll block you if I want, and I won't if I, you know what I mean. So
Yeah,
I feel like I'm not going to get in arguments over stuff with people, certain people that we just don't agree.
dude, you're
You
you're
know,
you're depleting your energy, your mental energy, and it can be a little too consuming on this thing. Let me ask you this: when you were in the hospital, were you trying to pinpoint the moment? Like, it was that handshake.
no. Oh well, I want to go over some comments.
Okay,
Nicole,
okay.
I'll answer. Nicole says it makes me angry though. I was sick for 26 days with the virus. It's very real. See,
Yeah.
I mean, there's sort in for it's just disrespectful to run around asking if it's real. Yeah, I have 3 part-time jobs, and two of them shut down. Now I can just Uber, but I really don't want to. Just think about all the Uber drivers.
I
You
know,
got
man.
random people coming into your car all the time. That's a petri dish. But you got to do what you got to do to feed your family.
Dude,
So I understand it. I understand it.
the entire I mean, I hope this sheds a light to the country about there's a lot of people that are just living above the poverty line. And it's like, look, that's the worst part of it, is that there's a lot of people that barely make it.
Yeah.
And we need to address that as a country, you know?
Hmm.
And I don't know how it's going to be addressed, but maybe it will be addressed. Like, okay,
And one thing we gotta remember, because I think it gets lost in these impoverished areas, it's not just black, brown. There's white
mhm,
people there. There's
yeah,
Asian people there.
yeah,
But the death rates in certain areas. And look, I get it. I get it. The news today. I always said this. I work for entertainment news, and you look for salacious stories. You look for the headlines, and now the news, no matter what side you're on. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Do you have underwear on? Oh, you're naked again. My son, it's something about kids. They just love to run around naked. Like
yep.
my son will be. Oh, he has a diaper on. My son will be fully dressed and just take off all his clothes and run around. I'm like, dude, what are you doing?
It's
But
free, bro.
to have that freedom where you're like, F it, woo!
Dude, it's a power move. All right.
It's a,
Here's the thing. Your son, he's claiming his area. He's trying
that's
to,
right.
yeah,
He's cleaning
man.
the house. He's like,
Yeah.
Dad. My son will be like, Dad, go downstairs. I'm like,
Dude, you're Mufasa. He's Simba. And he's like, I'm going to bite your ear, Dad. I'm going to show you. I could be a
I
kid
know.
too.
I know. The other day, this is a true story. Where you going, Oliver? You hanging out with Mama? Other day, because you have to tell him, hey, I asked my son, he was doing something bad. I go, how many times I say not to do that? And how many times I got to tell you not to do that? And he holds up 3, the number 3, and he goes, 3. I go, all right, how many times I got to say not to do that? How many times I got to say not to do that? How many times I got to say? And then he goes, 100.
Oh.
And he's 3 years old, Nick. He's 3 years old. Like, who's this kid learning this? I guess me, but I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy, man.
I mean, that's the thing, kids are funny like that. They're like, I'll take your little challenge.
Right? Hey, buddy, you want to say hi? You want to show the people your toys?
No, Mommy. I can show Mama toys.
Oh, you're giving to Mama?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You don't want to play with Daddy? You don't want He's like, no, I don't want to play Daddy.
Dude, but your kid's always had that confidence though. I remember his first birthday when he was walking around and all the kids were excited about Bubbles, and your kid was like, whatever. Bubbles, that's what's exciting you guys.
I know. And now what's crazy, like if you haven't seen my Instagram, go to @MichaelYo. But what's crazy is like my son looks just like me and my daughter looks just like my wife. It almost looks like they're not even related.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a thing. I don't know if any doctors are watching this show right now, but that's got to be called something where one looks exactly like one parent, even color. And the other one, like my daughter, like if I went out with my daughter, people would come up to me and go, oh, you adopted a white girl. Like literally, it looks like that. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, man, it's interesting. It's interesting that it's even divided in the male and female split. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, if there's anybody watching that know what that's called, let me know, because it's crazy. Go to my Instagram, check out. I should have uploaded the picture so people could see it, but it's bananas. Like it's literally, she has a mini me and I have a mini me, and my daughter she looks white,
Yeah.
like white, you know, and my son looks like me and doesn't look like my wife, you know, except the only thing my son has from my wife is her heart. Definitely, he's so sweet, but her eyes are bigger than mine. I mean, my son's eyes are wider than mine.
If they were casting your show and they were presented with a picture of your real family, they're like, we can't. No,
nobody. No, it looks like two separate families.
Yeah, the kids either all have to be mixed. We're not going to introduce this. No.
It's so true.
But then you're like, they are mixed. Technically, no, you know what I mean.
It's almost like me and my wife had a relationship before, and we just met up with our kid. It's our version of the Brady Bunch.
Dude, I think Claire was just thinking about it. She's like, okay, you know what? Michael's got his little mini me. I'm going to just focus. No, I want a girl.
It's so true, because what I hated when my wife was pregnant and after we had our son is that everybody would come up to my wife, like literally in her face. It goes, oh my God, looks nothing like you. Looks like the dad. You know, like, it's so rude. My wife carried our son for 9 months, and people, look, don't ever tell the mother she looks nothing like the child, because that's so disrespectful to me. That was just horrible. Like, my wife is carrying our son, and then people go, yeah, it looks nothing like you. It looks exactly like Michael. So now that she has her mini me, she's so proud, and I'm so happy for her. You know, it couldn't have worked out better.
Dude, well, Claire's competitive, man.
I know she is.
She's like, I'll make this one. Don't worry, just watch.
Yeah.
Just watch.
But she got to thank me, because it came from me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, but I'm saying.
If it wasn't for me, there wouldn't be.
Sounds like my daughter's up. Did you when do you think stand-up is going to come back realistically? When do you think you'll be on a stage next?
I would say realistically mid-June to July.
That early?
I think you'll get like Vegas and Texas and other places in about June, and then I think July is when you'll get, like, here in Hollywood. I think it's going to go till July or August. You know what I'm saying? But dude, I've performed to 15 people.
Yeah. I just don't. It's not, to me. It's not even about like opening the clubs. Will people go? That's my question.
Yes.
Because the whole thing is, you can open up the country.
Yes.
But it's a matter of, are people going to go out? You know.
Yeah. People will go, but I think what will be affected the most are like bars and clubs. Like, clubs have no sell anymore, because the sell of the club was, this place is packed, everyone's touching everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Now you want
Vegas. That was the sell. We're all touching each other.
Now you're gonna want like ugly waitresses, so nobody touches.
Yeah, it's all right. Don't call me sweetie. No, honey, it's okay.
No, sweet. Like, it's but here's a way a club can sell it. Look, only older people are getting it. You know, so hey, you're 20 to 30, you're good. You can come out and party still. You know what I mean? You know, like that's
funny. They're gonna be like, no, they're gonna be checking temperatures of you at the club. Sorry, can't come in, bro.
Dude, right? Go now. It's interesting to see how this is gonna all play out. I don't think we're gonna be as strict as other countries. No. That's why this thing is gonna go on for a while. Mm-hmm. Because I really believe that people feel like there's gonna be a cure faster than. I mean, it's not gonna happen as fast as they think, but this is America, so it's going to happen.
Dude, and that's the thing. We're so used to the narrative of things wrap up in a nice bow. And I don't know when the American mindset got into that mindset. I don't know if it was the movies.
It's movies, it's TV shows, it's movies. Like, I'm writing a pilot right now, and at the end of the pilot, it needs to be wrapped up in a nice bow, because that's the way you present it. And but here's the thing. People grow up through storytelling.
Yep.
You know, like I'm watching what movie is on right now? We were watching like Little Mermaid or all these type of movies, Moana, whatever my
Yeah.
son wants to watch. But they're all tied up in a nice bow at the end. Everybody's happy, you know. You know,
Yeah.
the only Lion King when the Mufasa, is that his name? When he dies, that's like tragic. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But
That,
most
and
of them
yeah,
aren't
that
like
was
that.
heavy, man. I remember seeing that on screen and be like, whoa.
I know, right? Like, whoa, this is gangster, man. This
Yeah,
is straight up gangster.
that was heavy. But yeah, and I think, you know, I mean, of course, we all think we're immortal. All of us do, you know?
Well, I know I'm not after what I went through.
Well, that's it.
We are
Yeah,
not
like that
immortal
hits you,
people.
you're like, oh no, yeah. But most of the country has either, like, I was thinking about your dad the other day, and I remember your joke about how your dad's never been sick and your
Yeah.
mom has, and she gets upset about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So if you don't know the story, my dad never went to the doctor in 75 years. We were about to have a kid, Oliver, our first child, like 3 years ago. And I said, Dad, I want you around as long as possible for my son's life. You need to go to the doctor. And my dad's whole thing is, you go to the doctor, you're going to die. Because all my friends that go to the doctor, a month later, they dead. So I'm not going to the doctor. So in saying that, he went to the doctor. Now, my mom's beat breast cancer twice, throat cancer once, like all types of problems. I get a phone call from my mom and she goes, hey, you know your dad go to the doctor? I'm like, yeah. She goes, nothing wrong with him. I'm like, you sound upset about that. She goes, I am. Nothing. No doctor, 70, nothing wrong. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Dude, can you imagine your mom sitting next to your dad in the little doctor's office, like, oh, just wait, they're gonna find.
They're gonna hit you.
Oh, they're gonna get you, and then the doctor's like, everything's fine. Wait, huh?
Right.
You want to read those
Hey,
results
buddy.
again, Doc?
Come here, bud.
No,
Okay.
You got that quarantine hair, bro.
Oh, dude, he has such good hair. His hair is ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
His hair. So you're thinking June or July? See, I don't think we're gonna be back on stage till like November for some reason.
Well, I don't think it's going to be the big guys for a long time. It's going to be hardest on them because, you know, they're used to packed out shows and that their asking price is huge. But I do think, like you said, a lot of these businesses were also hanging by a thread, you know, a lot of comedy clubs and stuff like that. Oh, is this?
This is my white daughter. This is my white daughter. Looks just like my wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh, man.
So sweet. She's so sweet.
That is Daddy's the power of Claire, man. She thought it through, bro.
She did think it. She willed it.
Dude, was she in the mirror every night, like Eminem getting ready for a rap battle and 8 Mile, like, you're gonna do this. You're gonna
Let me tell you, she was so scared our daughter was gonna look like me. She was so scared, man.
Was she just going to sleep looking at baby pictures of herself? Put it in your brain. It's gonna happen.
Put it in your brain. Put it in your brain. Baby pictures. Yeah, man. So it's crazy. Oh, look at her. She's so sweet.
Oh, she's
do you ever want to have kids, bro?
No.
No. Not at all, huh?
No, man, because you know what? I personally, my biggest thing was I get chronic migraines, or I used to. You know, and I remember dealing with that as a child, and then realizing, like, my mom was like, "Oh yeah, your grandpa had the same thing. I had the same thing," and I was like, "I just don't want to put a kid through chronic migraines," and that was it. That's the only reason.
Yeah, I got you.
You know, like, I'm good, and I'm short. You know, like, I don't want to. I don't want to bring another short man into the world and be like, "I'm sorry, it's tough. Enjoy."
It's just the way it is.
Yeah, it's like, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. They don't need to. I don't need to put them through that.
Right.
You know, they have to defend themselves with humor. Nah, it's all right. It's okay.
Yeah, I hear you, man. Well, I want to thank you, Nick. Give out all your handles and things so people can check it out.
Yeah, man. Nick Comic. It's on the screen. You can find me on Instagram. I'm currently trying to start comment wars on my Instagram. So I posted.
What is comment wars?
Oh, I'm gonna let people argue on my thing. So I posted up the first thing I did last night. I did this. I'll tell you real quick, and then I'll go get out of your way. I put men are more spoiled than women, but women are more selfish than men.
And then you just let them fight.
Go start a war. Let's figure this out.
Hey, let me. Men are more spoiled
than women.
Women.
And women are more selfish than men. And I have my.
But women are more selfish than men. Honey, do you agree with that? Men are more spoiled than women, but women are more selfish than men.
Women are not selfish.
My wife says women are not selfish. Especially if you're a mom. She says, especially,
that's what I'm getting, but I'm like, go for it. The reasoning I said was because men, this world is so geared towards men that they're used to things going their way without questions asked. Women are always like, you got to prepare for the worst, and it better go to my plans, and if it doesn't, I'm going to be angry. So men are more dumbstruck when something goes wrong. And women are more like, I knew it, like that.
Nah, so true, so true. But like, I think like my wife, she's not selfish. I'm the selfish person in this relationship, right, baby? She said no comment.
I can see that too. Yeah, I can see that. Claire's very selfless. She's
so selfless. She's so selfless. All right, well, I gotta go, Nick. Where all your handles at Nick? That's on the. How about your Facebook? Because this is on Facebook right now.
Nick Comedian. Go to my Facebook. Just look at my name, Nick Guerra, Nick Comedian, and you'll find my Facebook full of videos and stuff.
All right, thanks for being on the first Morning Yo. I'll see you soon,
man.
Bro.
Fun. All right, see you later, brother.
All right, late.